Hiya, Nick. I'll not say I'm scratching and itching already. Hiya, Nick. Good morning, everyone. So yes, if you're wondering about the title, just had a notification when I was setting up the live stream. YouTube are going to be getting rid of dead subs, and a notification said you will see a significant decrease in your supporters. So as of yet, I've not lost any. Hiya, Mary, how are you? Boom, 5 viewers straight away. Trying to be a little bit festive with a glittery. Hey, how are you, Bella? Trying to be a little bit festive with the jumper. But I have got a backup plan just in case, because I've got another top on underneath. Because it does get a little bit scratchy with it, with these. Hi, Angel, how are you? So yes, trying to get in the festive spirit, and I have got my Santa hat. So there you go. So yes.
Hello.
In the festive spirit.
Oh, let's turn this other one off.
Flattening my hair down. What I've just blow dried. And I can't see now.
Oh.
Obviously, you're on your desktop again.
No.
Oh.
I'm on my laptop.
Oh.
Can you see straight? Can you see me all right?
See you fine.
No, I'm on my laptop. I've put the desktop, well, Baz put the desktop down here for me till we can get a better camera.
Oh.
And I'm just on my laptop, which seems to have a better camera. Yeah. I'm quite pleased with the camera on this laptop.
Yeah, it's as clear as the bell. You sound as clear as the bell.
Yeah,
oh yeah, I've got one of the jumpers I was telling you about.
Oh yeah,
but I have got a plan B. I've got another top on underneath in case. I says to Chris, I says, one, it's way too big. Like
oh, is it one you had before?
Yeah, Baz. Yeah, it's one some say I think I've only ever wore it once, and it were sort of, I've had it years and it's been stuck in the wardrobe, and I saw it and thought, bugger it,
I'll try it. These sort of jumpers don't matter if they're big, though, do they? They're just like cozy, homey, sloppy jumpers. I've got a load like that.
It's like got tinsel stuff in it.
Yeah, I can see.
Be a bit, So I says to Chris, says I'll use a backup plan. I'll wear a top underneath it, and then if I start scratching
anything, just in case,
yeah, I can whip it off and I'll not get a. So yes, the reason behind the title is, when I was setting the live stream up this morning, there were a big blue banner across the top saying on the 13th and 14th of December, basically they're getting rid of dead wood, I suppose. So
I had a look in, when it says have a look, if you need to look more, sort of thing.
Well, or the word it learn more, don't they?
Yeah. So I had to look at that, and apparently they're looking at being very strict on sub for sub.
Yeah.
And people who buy subscribers.
But it did say something in mine about spam subscribers.
Yes, spam, yeah.
So I know what you're saying, because I've noticed as well on Facebook, you've got people advertising by 1,000 subscribers, that watch time hours and monetization, etc. Well, to me, why do it? Because it's just dead wood. It's just you're just wasting your money if you ain't got like supporters that you've earned.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Why bother? It's falsehood, basically.
I agree totally. And where's the satisfaction?
Yeah.
Where's the self-satisfaction? Because you haven't grown it yourself, have you? You've bought it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know my reaction when I got monetized. I just sat there bawling my eyes out, and that was the fact that I've only had my channel just over a year, and the fact that I've got like nearly 1,400 supporters, the fact that I've worked for them, I've put time and effort into my channel, you know, whereas I could have gone down the road. I can buy my supporters, I can buy my monetization.
But there's no pride in you.
Yeah, it gives you that satisfaction that I know for a fact I ain't gone down that route. I've done it by myself. The same with you. You know what I mean? You've got.
I told you ages ago, you'll bypass a lot of us. You will bypass a lot of us. I told you that.
Thank you, Baz. Hit the like button and give support to our Jeanette, please. But Chris is he's got itchy pants because he went out yesterday with the drone. So I've got to brush my hair because it's doing me nothing. And it's sunny. He went to a different place, and when he came back in, he went, "Oh, I feel better for that."
I've got my bloody gloves and all. The hands were freezing.
Yeah.
It's cold this morning. It's cold this morning.
And Nick's not talking to Chris. You see the things that he keeps saying he's bought Nick for Christmas. Oh dear.
I'm not moaning about the camera. I'm quite happy with the camera.
Why, Nick? Why not? It's a good free gift.
Yeah, Chris posted a thing like men incontinence pants. So he says, "Here, Nicky says, here's your Christmas present from us."
You can sleep all the way through now if you want to go to the toilet.
And did you hear what I just said? It says you can sleep all the way through night without going out to go to the toilet. But
that never happens with me.
It won't me neither, Bella. But it's like, same as Chris says, you know, Nick's got a sense of humour and take it in the fun that it's intended. You know what I mean?
You can shove your gift up your Harry. Anyone coming in here for the first time, I think, who the hell are these?
Viewers, you see what he's put? You can shove your gift up your Harris. Oh, they do incontinence pants for that as well, Nick.
Who padded a wee pad? Buy one, get one free.
But this is what it's all about. It's all about having a laugh, making friends. You know what I mean? The same as I said to Chris the other day. This is what it's all about, you know, making friends, having a laugh, not taking things too seriously. And same as I said to Chris this morning when I was setting the live stream up, if they get shut all my subscribers, then so be it. If I go down to one, you know what I mean? Oh, bless you.
Excuse me, please.
I know. You've got me at it now because I'm laughing that much. My nose is running. I'll see if I can invite you, Angel. It should. Got you now. I see when it gets to 10,000 views. What's that?
Huh?
Baz says, I don't blame you, Nick, for not talking to that pixie guy. He's very dodgy.
Yeah, but
Nick asked a serious question about, I assume,
when does a video
What?
become classed as a viral video? I think
Yeah.
it was like 1 million or something.
I'm assuming it's same on their thing on
Yeah.
Facebook.
I Turi giggles. I have Vanessa Kitty. I have had my Santa hat on, but it's a bit. So I have got my Santa hat, and it's a special one. Look, because I've got a tiara, so I'm a princess.
The only thing that's missing is my halo.
Yeah, I'm in the festive spirit. I've got the sparkly. You know, only Jeanette Pickering does the best. The sparkly bit, the tiara bit. So I just thought I'd let everyone know it is to hand, and I've got the jumper on, the sparkly jumper, but it's a bit itchy. So it's like, can you see? It's like got tinsel embedded.
Durex, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that's good. That's good news, Equinox. He says his video's gone mental. So how's Angel this morning? Oh,
I'm doing quite well there, Jeanette. But just I know that ever since you've reduced the number of days you stream, you have like I have seen the numbers go up a bit.
oh well, same as I say. I mean, I went live on Wednesday. Against my better judgment, because I went to feeling too clever. And Pixie had said to me, if you're not feeling well, don't go live. Bella wasn't here. I weren't feeling 100% myself, and I only went for about an hour, so I shut it down on Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw that the stream on Wednesday was a bit short-lived.
Yeah, it's same as I say, against my better judgment, because Chris had said to me, if you're not feeling well, I'll put it in the Facebook group that you're not going live, blah, blah, blah. So I said, oh, I'll go live. I don't know, you know. I don't know how long I'll go for, but I managed an hour. And hi, Lucy, how are you? It's all right, Chris. Baz has put, who told you you were as good as gold? And
I'm
he said,
always good as gold, me.
Cats told me when I feed them. When do you feed them? Guess who fed them this morning?
I'll feed them at night time.
Feed me! Feed me!
So
Feed
yes,
me!
have you noticed? Anybody else noticed a difference in the supporters? Mine's actually gone up rather than going down.
Really, mine's gone up. Mine hasn't gone down. So
Well,
far.
mine went down only by about 6, because when the whole thing started, I was at 1,638, and I'm at 1,632, which is not that bad.
It's not. I mean, but I mean the way that they're trying to portray it, it's going to be a significant drop in support.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it might be significant if someone's doing wrong, mightn't it?
Yeah. White Rose Adventures. That is White Rose Vlogs, as was. Yeah. Lucy's put, she's had a horrible D and V bug. Well, I get the gist of that. Oh, PewDiePie lost 50k subs within a minute.
What's that in there?
He can afford to lose that amount of subs because he's like got millions. He has.
And also, PewDiePie is playing against T-Series to try to be the most supported up channel on YouTube.
But I mean, same as me and Bella were just talking about it. You know, it's they're trying to mainly target these that are buying subs, are buying views, and buying monetization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's but in that respect, you can understand why they're doing it.
Oh yeah.
You know, you can understand why they're doing it. It's like Angel, it's like you, it's like myself. I wouldn't even contemplate buying anything as regards YouTube.
I know. It's right, Jeanette. Why should those people who do that get paid? Why should they? They're not doing the work.
This is it, you know, and this is sort of what I call idle subs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because instead of working on your channel like you, myself, and everyone else here in the chat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's a falsehood.
Yeah.
And I think that's why YouTube are coming down hard on it, because of the fact that there is a lot of it going on.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah. Nick's on about, you know, the video that he shared yesterday. It's got a lot of likes, a lot of shares, and a lot of comments. Hi, Autumn, how are you? And Cheery Giggles says, I welcome the purges. This confirms you will only have real subs. But this is it. You know, why, you know, like such as myself, I mean, the day I got my monetization, I didn't even realise I'd got my monetization. Only the fact that Bella rung me and she says, I've just gone back to watch one of your videos and there were an advert.
Yeah.
He's got 14 quid in an AdSense account.
Yeah. It's all right. Chris informed me yesterday, Angel. He says, oh, you've got £40 in your AdSense account.
What is that? Is that from the adverts?
From the adverts, from the donations.
Yeah, that's like the super chat, the AdSense. Because basically what it was, and this is what I don't understand, because Chris had to sort it out for me. You have to verify your name and address, basically. So within the next, I don't know, week or so, I should be getting a letter from them, and you know, and then they give you a code, and then you have to.
Hey, there's a stone.
In a bit, baby.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Don't take that hat off of you and throw it in the can.
Yes.
I love you, Chris.
So yeah, I mean, it's you know, I mean, me and Bella and Chris and all that lot's been having a laugh about this political correctness.
Oh,
It's a bit crazy.
ridiculous. I never heard nothing like it.
Oh, Gordon Bennett. Autumn says she fell twice this morning. When it's like this, I'm rooted to this spot. You know, I even, you know, when if it's frosty, if it's, I can't stay upright as it is, as normal, without going out while it's frosty. Cheery Giggle says, get a room and use protection. I think that ship sailed a long time ago, Cheery. There'll not be no more there'll not be no more pitter patters, let's just say that. You know, well, so you know, that ship sailed a long time ago. Yeah, that's what we've just been saying, Autumn. I mean, such as Angel and Bella and myself, we've not gone down the route of buying support, buying monetization, buying watch time, etc.
Sorry.
You know, it's a case of where we are, because we've worked on his channel, we've worked hard for his channel, and you know, I mean, for one, I can't even afford to buy subscribers or anything. You know, if I could afford it, I'd have 10 million by now.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do it either, Jeanette. I feel like you.
Oh, Autumn fell in the bath. I hope you're all right. And she says, I'm just looking out for you. Don't think you want another mini pixie. No. You know, that I mean, all as I tell people, I think the egg situation's dried up. You know what I mean? Just saying. But yeah. But you see, we're having to sort of have that conversation with Callum because he is 16, and we always say, you know, don't worry about girls and girlfriends, etc. You know, till you've sort of done what you want to do in, you know, education wise.
Mm.
You know, and then you know, but if sort of you meet somebody in the meantime, don't forget to, you know, be careful. Let's just say.
Yeah. Or as I used to say to Jordan, make sure you keep your socks on in the bath.
But it, you know, it's I mean, not that you know.
What am I gonna do with you?
Yeah, so
What am I gonna do with you,
remember-
Della, and your Mr. Beast over there?
Yeah, so remember, keep your socks on while you're in the bath. Just saying, you never know while you're out at, you know, McDonald's or wherever you go, you might meet the one. So just remember. Autumn says my son wants a career and my daughter kids isn't something that, but you see that's it. I mean, same as I say, on 8th of November our lad turned 16, but he wants to finish school, he wants to do his exams, and then he wants to go to college.
There's plenty of time yet.
I was just going to put eating on.
Yeah, he was on. Look at him.
Yeah, what? He ain't got his Christmas jumper on, has he?
No, look, come here. Can you see him?
Chris is not here. Hi, little bit. Getting ready for the Arctic conditions.
Oh man.
Well, I have got quite the thick jumper on, and
look at him. He's indoors with the eating on. Look at him.
It looks like he's going out to do a mugging.
What am I doing here? I'm trying to get this thing straight now. I've got an all in
Oh.
Well, I don't know. His camera's gone. It was the thing to it.
I wouldn't mind joining him and going with the.
Yeah, Nick's told a joke. He says, I fell on a mince pie earlier and it got stuck up my bum. So I went to the doctor's. He said, don't worry, I have some cream for that. Old Nick's on the ball again.
Good morning, Keith.
Yeah. Did you want to invite Keith, or is still feeling a little bit under the weather and bugger off? Tuck, he can wait till your dad comes back. It's all right. He's in fine voices at the patio doors, meowing his head off. I'm busy. So yes, I was expecting a visitor this morning.
Oh yeah, have you heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. I told her to keep me informed. So yeah, so just like a quick update. My friend Joy, she has been on the panel before. Her son lives in Wales. So he's come over for the Christmas holidays. And basically, I got a message yesterday morning that it was it'd been up all night coughing blood up. So she says she was down at the accident and emergency, and then I sort of said, you know, fingers crossed, hope everything's all right. And she says they think it's something to do with high blood pressure, but they were keeping him in for further tests. Basically, I mean, this is the good old English NHS, which for Angel is the National Health Service, because here in the UK we don't have to pay for you know, medical care. They admitted him took him up onto a ward, and there were several of them just sat in chairs because they hadn't got any beds.
And I feel sorry for the nurses and the doctors, you know, because they take it in the ear. They take this is disgusting. But it's not their fault. It's the cutbacks.
Yeah. Autumn says, I heard a rumour on Green Bay Wacky that YouTube is going to raise the bar for monetisation. It's going to be 4,000 subs and 10,000 hours.
Oh, well.
Well, that'll be me losing mine then.
Well, it's just a rumor until it's confirmed.
Yeah.
If they do, they do.
That's it. That's it. You know, I mean, there's not a lot we can do about it, but same as I say, I refuse to buy supporters. Yeah. So no, I've not heard anything since yesterday. She says, one, she were either expecting a phone call to go and pick him up last night, or if he was still in, she was going visiting this morning. So I don't really know. That's sort of, you know, as up to date as I am. You know, she hasn't messaged me, but it is worrying. But I mean, I think what you said yesterday about it might be a chest infection. I think you might be right. She said something about his blood pressure, you know, were very high. But he is only a young lad. I mean, to have high blood pressure, I mean, he's only
he shouldn't have high blood pressure now.
In his 20s, you know, he shouldn't have high blood pressure. So I think that's one of the reasons why they were, you know, admitted to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
But there's that many, you know, germs and bugs and everything going around, you know, the season, colds, etc.
Well, about a couple of weeks ago, I was having a runny nose and a dry throat, thinking that I was on the verge of getting possibly a cold or a flu. But I think it was just like a sign of it coming if I did not take care of it quickly. And luckily, I haven't had any form of serious sickness this season.
I think everybody gets colds and that, don't they? That's just an ordinary thing.
Hi, Kate. How are you? Kate, as in Kate James, not the other Kate.
Hi, Kate.
But yeah, I mean, it's like it's the season where it's you know, it's cold. I mean, I looked at my phone this morning; it were -1. So
I know.
But it's a case of the same as Autumn says. It is getting ridiculous. And how we're supposed to grow if we aren't getting the right conditions, or you know, but it's true. It's true. You know, I mean, I was so excited when I got my monetization. The first goal was to get to 1,000 supporters. I managed that, and then sort of, I didn't set myself a goal. I sort of said, well, I'd like to be monetized, etc.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that I did get it, you know, but it is, you know.
I think that's an awful lot to put it up to 4,000. I thought they might double it and make it 2, but to put it up to 4, that's moving the goalpost a long way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a case of the big channels are going to get bigger, and the smaller ones are going to say, oh, you know, why bother? Oh, Kate's been put on steroids as well. Because I got asked by a yodel driver what the time was. I said it was sometime between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. But yeah, I mean, I've been suffering these past few days. The problem with my back's sort of coming back. It's it got a lot better. You know what I mean? It did get a lot better, but it's all down my left side now, right from the shoulder right down. Hi, Osby Chandy. I'll have a cocoa, please. Bed soon. Sorry, only got coffee. Reminded me. And it is Bella's cup. Look.
Yeah, she is cute as a penguin.
Yeah, we call her Mrs. Pingu.
Amongst other things.
I was talking to her the other day and I went, oh, look, Bella, I says, I've got your cup. I'm drinking out your cup. Oh, dear.
Cute as the penguin cup is this kitty cat hat.
Ah.
Meow, meow. Bella, don't cry, happy. Meow, meow.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Well, that's it. Autumn says I've managed to avoid germs so far. It would be nice to be monetized. Also, they need to suggest smaller channels in the feed. Well, this is it. I mean, you imagine that the amount of revenue that they're getting from the bigger channels. You know, but then on the flip side of the coin, it's such as us, the smaller YouTubers, that are making them money. You know what I mean? Instead of sort of, you know, such as some as Autumn says, PewDiePie and all these that have got millions of subscribers, it's gonna, you know, push the smaller channels away.
Where did you find out it was going to 4,000?
She says she was in Green Bay Wackies, I think.
Yeah, she was in Green Bay Rockies, and basically it's just a rumor. But like I said, it's not. It's just a rumor until it's confirmed. So until we hear more about it, or if there's any form of confirmation, it's just a rumor, meaning that it's for the time being not true.
Well, I mean, same as I say, I mean, rumors has got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's all right, sort of saying these things, but until it's confirmed, I would never say anything until it were confirmed. Yeah, you know, or I've had an email from YouTube or whatever. You know, it's just hearsay and rumor, isn't it?
Yeah, for the time being.
What's this all about? Well, the title, and so the purge begins. What they're saying, Osby Chandy, is that when I was setting the live stream up this morning, there was a banner, blue banner across, and it says between the 13th and 14th, which were yesterday and today, you'll notice a significant drop in your subscribers, because they're basically trying to get rid of all the spam, you know, and what I call dead supporters.
Good.
Yeah. Hi, Casey Detox Diva. How are you? I couldn't find the cough syrup, so I gave him an entire bottle of laxative. You idiot. You can't treat a cough with laxatives. Oh, yeah, look at him. He's afraid to cough. Oh.
That Nick?
Yeah.
Need I ask?
Yeah, Autumn says it's been floated about quite a bit, but apparently there's we see, this is what I'm saying. A rumour's a rumour. You know, I could say, you know, I'm going to be next queen, but it's only hearsay and rumour, isn't it? If you know what I mean.
I know.
You know, it's
one of the reasons I didn't. I mean, there's a couple of reasons why I haven't monetized, but it's one of the reasons I didn't. I thought I bet at the new year they're going to up the goalposts.
Yeah. Oh. It's all right. I've just had a message from Joy, up with the devil.
Oh no.
Stephen has got pneumonia and a ruptured blood artery. So
oh, bless him. Oh my God.
Who's got pneumonia?
Joy's son. You don't know Joy.
Yeah. I were only just saying I'd not heard from her since yesterday, and she's just messaged me saying he's got pneumonia and that's probably where all the blood were coming.
Yeah, I thought it was something to do with the chest, but crikey.
Yeah. So yeah, at least they know what they're dealing with now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's same as I said. I mean, he's only in his 20s, so you know, he's probably got the ability to, you know, if he's if they give him antibiotics and everything, and obviously if they're giving him intravenous antibiotics, then you know.
Yeah.
And Autumn says, I think at least we are in the know if it does happen. But you see, this is it. It might never happen because it's only rumour and hearsay, isn't it? So, yes. So that was what we're on about earlier on. You know, he'd been coughing up blood and etc. But I hadn't heard from her until just now. Obviously, she's down at the hospital visiting him. So,
of course.
You know,
is the hospital far from where she lives?
Well, you see, it's about 30 minutes away, the particular hospital. Because see, in Sheffield, there's two. There's the Royal Hallamshire, and then the big one is the Northern General.
Right.
So if we were to drive to the Northern General, it's about, I wouldn't say 30 minutes, but it's a way away, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that is like the main hospital, you know. But that's where he is. But that sort of Joy is like halfway between us and the Northern General, if you know what I mean.
All right. So she's not that far away.
No, so she's not all that far from the hospital. It's closer for her to get to than it would be for us to get to.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Autumn says it won't affect me, but I did have a small drop in subs 10 to 15. But you see, I've gained rather than dropped any.
I don't think I've. Let me have a look.
You know, I've gained one, I think, but I've not lost any. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Hi, Stephanie.
Yeah, and I only lost about 6 on my channel.
But I mean, the way that they were talking, it were going to be quite a big drop. You know what I mean? I mean, they were saying PewDiePie lost 50k, but I mean, he's in that sort of situation. He can afford to lose 50k subs.
No, I lost any. I just checked. No, I just checked. I ain't lost any.
So
it might be today. It might if they're doing it throughout the day.
Yeah, Keith says he's lost 45.
Oh my lord!
Keith lost 45.
Yeah,
that's a lot, Keith.
They're getting rid of the spammers.
Yeah.
I mean, same as I said. I mean, you can ask Chris. I said to him this morning, if I got up tomorrow and I'd only got one, it won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that'd be me.
You know what I mean? I could sort of sit here and say, well, look, I reached my goal of 1,000 supporters. I reached my goal of monetization. You know, it is what it is. Oh, that's too much information, Chris.
Look at that then.
It says on my classic I have 2,480, but on the new beta I have 2,422. You see, I mean, I don't.
Mine didn't change from one to the other.
I sort of don't. What's the difference? You know, what it explained to us between your classic and your beta. You know what I mean? What I just look at me on my main page, and it's either gone up or it's gone down, and that's it. I mean, I don't know. You know,
it's over there. What's happened?
Autumn says I better go and do my shopping so I can get back out. Okay then, Autumn. Thank you very much for coming
Very
in.
good. Haven't even started yet.
What we're on about now?
Blaze is 2 off of 100 and he ain't even started yet.
Creator Studio Classic and Beta. Well, some as they say. I mean, I just look on me, you know, my channel, and that's it. I mean, I don't go into the what's and wherefores and create, you know, blah blah blah. All I know is on my main page where it says my channel, I've gone up one rather than losing any. But the same as Bella says, it might happen overnight. Chris has just said we want the Trump wig.
Oh, great.
But you see, this is what I'm saying, Bella. I mean, like Baz, he ain't actually, well, he's got the 2 videos on his channel, but he's 2 away from 100, but he's earned every single one of them supporters.
And he's no, I've earned all them supporters. He's just jumped on my bandwagon.
Yeah, but this is what you have to do, Bella. I mean,
Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm really, really pleased. I'd love him to really succeed in it.
You know what I mean? It's like there's the Canadian. I mean, I haven't been in for quite a while now, but
You jumped on my bandwagon, it's all my supporters.
What supporters have you got to it?
He's not bad, that bad. You know what I was saying is, I started going in the Canadian drone. And I don't have a drone, but I went in there because, you know, they're nice, friendly lot, and I know Chris used to go in there, and you know,
he's got a lot of these are the drone people.
You know, and it's the fact of the matter is that they make you, you know, you get a nice warm welcome. And I always put in the chat, I don't actually have a drone myself, but I'm a drone widow.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's
Eagle, social blade. Oh, Lord knows.
It says on social
blade.
It says he's got 2,466, which figure is right. We see this as a thing, Key.
I don't know what I've got on social blade. Can't find it there.
So, you know, it's, I mean, and this is what I'm saying, it is what it is, you know. If it comes in morning and I've only got the one supporter, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I feel excuse me. I feel exactly the same.
But I mean, you know, I don't think they're going to you're going to wake up one morning and only have one supporter. I don't think they're going to go to the extent where they're going to take them all away from you. You know what I mean?
No.
But there again, on the flip side, it is disheartening to know that you've put all this time and effort into your channel.
Yeah.
You know, you do the beauty reviews, you do, you know, the makeup tutorials and blah, blah, blah. You put time and effort into your channel.
I know.
And say, well, boom, everything's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says randoms lost all our supporters.
Oh, bless her.
I don't think that'll happen. But it's a case. I mean, there's another example. The equipment that Gail's got, the time and effort that she puts into every single video to improve a channel, a filming, you know.
We guess, Keith.
Yeah. Well, we assumed it were a joke anyway. But what I'm saying is, Gail does put time and effort into every single filming what she does. and she does put the effort and the time into it.
She's very interested in the technical side of it. Very interested.
Yeah. You know, she's into her photography. She's into her technical stuff. And for somebody to invest that time and effort into a channel, for YouTube to say, "All right, we'll take all your stuff," you know what I mean? It's disheartening.
Yeah.
You can understand why a lot of channels are saying, "Well, throwing their hands,
definitely.
you know, throwing their hands up in the air and saying, well, that's it, I'm done. Why bother?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And I think a lot of channels are going to say exactly the same. You know, why bother if that's what they're going to do? You know, it's a case of you know, why should I bother putting all this time and effort into my channel when YouTube are just gonna take it all away? I foul fish. I'm like you, Bella. I'm losing my voice. It's the cold season, isn't it? Really, I mean, it's, you know, and for once you can't blame me. I blame that Baz of yours.
Bless you.
You've got to blame somebody, haven't you?
Did you see what I put on the wall this morning on the air wall on the
groups? No, I did. It came up just as I was setting all the live stream and everything up. But I seen the one about you know, you can't say baby because it's sexist.
That song, right, baby, it's cold outside. It's been out for years.
Yeah.
And they're saying now it could be suggesting that he wants to molest her because he's suggesting she comes in the house. I mean, they've just lost the plot altogether.
Yeah. It's political correctness gone mad.
It has gone mad. It has gone mad, Jeanette.
And it's getting to a point now where you've got to be careful of what you say in case it offends anyone.
Oh,
you know,
my goodness.
It's getting to the point now where you know you're not going to be able to say anything in case. I look at it this way. I am what I am. I talk the way I am. You know, if that offends anybody, then, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the latest one I put on this morning is they're banning the OXO advert because it's sexist, because it shows the woman doing the cooking.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
I've never heard of anything so stupid in all my life.
No. You know, I mean, it's like we had Robinson's mincemeat and Robinson's jam, and the fact that it got a gollywog on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all just gone mad. It's all just gone mad.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. You've put no more OXO advert. It's sexist because the mother is shown doing mother-like things. I'm not washing Baz's smelly socks again. It's gone. Yeah, same as Nick says, they'll be banning I'm Dreaming of a White.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, Nick. Honestly,
I Golden Game of Serbia.
Can't say Bar Black Sheep, it's Bar Woolly Lamb. What a load of rubbish.
Yeah. It is. It's getting now as though you didn't open your mouth or for, you know, getting a rap on wrist because you've said something that might offend.
I mean, if they were talking about some of the sort of the rap songs, you know, and they were saying, no, we're not playing this, some of the sort of heavy rap songs where they you know, they do use bad language, I could understand it more. But baby, it's cold outside, for God's sake.
Yes, it's and as Piers Morgan would say on Good Morning Britain, the world's gone nuts.
Come on. Oh. You can go for Wizzo. Turn round.
Yeah, what it was a big thing about when a child is born, it doesn't, it could be, hello.
I hope it's a sausage roll thief.
Pork pie, Nicky.
Pork pie, Nicky.
Cheery Giggles says the government has agreed to continue to put people's gender on their birth certificates. Can someone explain to me why this was an issue in the first place? I can't see an issue. I mean, I look at it this way, Cheery Giggles. You're either born male or female.
Yeah, but the argument was that, I mean, it's absolutely crazy, but the child might grow up and decide it wants to be the opposite sex. So why should it have its sex on it's just gone mad.
Yeah.
Well, they should give an option then to rechange the male or female on the birth certificate.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Chris has just said. If a person decides later on in their life that in the wrong body, let's say, and wish to become the opposite sex, then that is they should have the option to change it on the birth certificate.
I'm in the wrong body, it's knackered.
And we thought Mary Whitehouse was bad. What's not strictly true? Yes. No, it isn't strictly true, because you do get people that are born with both genitalia, let's say.
Oh, all they've got to do that is put.
But I mean,
what are you when you put both?
You know, it's a case of you know, if you're born male, you're born male. If you're born female, you're born female. But in later life, if they decide, well, look, I'm in the wrong body, I want to become a man or I want to become a woman, then they should have the option to be able to go if they want to change the birth certificate.
Yeah. I just think it's all, honestly, I think the whole world has gone crackers.
Yeah. I think the correct term is an Aphrodite something, when they're both born with both. But there again, they've got a choice which gender they want to assume, either male or female.
It's a minority. You're right.
You know what I mean? It's the individual's choice, let's just say.
Yeah, it is. And it's right that what Cheery Giggles has said, they are in the minority. You know, so all girls and all boys can't have it because of the minority. No, I just think it's all crackers.
Yeah, and it's same as I say. It should be down to that person. It's their choice. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not a person that will say, well, I don't like transgendered people. I don't like, you know, I'm you know, I'm of this way. So long as that person is respectful to me, then I will be respectful back.
That's exactly how I feel, Jimmy.
Whatever colour, creed, sexuality, or whatever. Yeah. So long as somebody's respectful to me, I will be the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel exactly the same way.
You know, it's not, but not everybody. I mean, you get the odd person that, you know, if you're a lesbian, if you're homosexual, you know, if you're transgendered, transvestite, or whatever, all I ask for is respect to myself.
Yeah.
And you'll get it back from me.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I'm sort of not disrespectful to anyone. So long as you are respectful to myself, then I'll be respectful back. And that's
yeah, and I'm the same way there, Jeanette. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, or what you're like. As long as you're respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you. Because one of my favorite YouTubers that I met on Creators Alliance's Tuber Talk back in, I think, July or August of this year is someone by the name of Sarah Kellison. She is a person who is gender fluid.
Well, this is it. I mean, at the end of the day, when all's said and done,
same as Jerry.
Yeah, it comes down to a personal choice. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I mean, like in the olden days, you know, if somebody were to come out as being homosexual, they'd send them for psychiatric evaluation and all this, that, and other to try and make them be normal. Now, in today's society, when all's said and done, nobody's normal. You know what I mean?
I've seen a lot of pain calls through that, believe me.
Yeah, yeah.
That where homosexuals are not allowed to be. I've seen a lot of damage done through that.
Yeah, and you know, to me, it's wrong, and I agree with Cherry Giggles. If you're an alien, so long as you've got a good heart and you respect,
completely, completely agree with
sexuality or colour of your skin. Yeah, intersex is completely different. It's where the sexual organs are not formed fully, if that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. I do know what you're saying, but you know, I mean, it's a case of, you know, you were born into this world. You know, it don't matter what colour you are or what sex you are or what sexual orientation you are. Everyone comes into the world the same way, and everyone goes out of the world in the same way. You know what I mean? But you know, while you're here, you've got to make the most of the life that you've got, whether you choose to be, you know, a lesbian, a homosexual, a transgendered person, you know, whatever. You've got to live the life that you want, not what other people want.
I know.
You see, as regarding like my weight loss surgery, it was a case of you have to go and see a psychiatrist to make sure you're making the right decision.
Yeah.
You know, when you get the spiel about, you know, who are you doing it for? And I says, look, I ain't doing it for anybody, only me. You know, I've made the decision to do it. I haven't been
morning.
You know, swayed. Hiya, Steve, how are you? I haven't been swayed by anybody as to that decision.
Yeah.
That is my decision solely for my health, because my arthritis were getting worse, and the only solution to that was to lose weight. So I did it for myself. I didn't do it for anybody else. Oh, by the way, sweetheart, it's his anniversary today.
Happy anniversary. Oh, God,
18 years ago today we met.
Did you?
Yeah, it's 18 years today. 14th of December, 18 years ago.
18 years I've had to put up with her. What
she put up with you, you mean? She's coming put up with you. She deserves a medal.
I was going to say, I'd have been out before now for murder. Gordon Bennett. Bloody. Sorry about
that. That's okay.
Yeah, Cheery Giggles says a friend of mine is transgender and she has the heart of gold. And we see this is it. I'm of the same Cheery Giggles. I get on with anybody. Yeah. I show respect to people so long as they show respect to me. So what is this purge all about? It is basically, when I was setting the live stream up this morning, I had like a blue banner across and it said, between the 13th and the 14th of December, which obviously was yesterday and today, you'll notice a significant drop in your subscribers. But same as we say, we think that they're trying to get shut of all the dead subs, like people that are doing sub for sub and you know, or buying the subs and whatever.
Yeah.
So when you are on parole. So no, this what I'm talking about, Keith, isn't a rumor. It came when I was setting the live stream up. It actually came on a blue banner across the top of my page. You know, and it says between the 13th and the 14th of December, you will notice a significant, well, how they worded it, a significant decline in your subscribers.
And they also posted it to their Team YouTube Twitter account, where it says, "Heads up, creators! On December 13th to the 14th, you may see a noticeable decrease in your sub count as we remove a spam subscription. If spam is removed, you'll see a YouTube Studio alert. This should help give you confidence that the subs you have are real fans."
Yeah, and I think it's sort of aimed at the sub thing, and you know, people that are buying the views and buying the supporters, blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I personally haven't lost any yet.
What Eagle VP was talking about is the increase in hours and subscribers for the whole monetization. Yeah, that is just a rumor. But the thing that me, the Jeanette, and Grandma Bella are talking about is the whole the removal of purge.
Yeah, Cheery Giggle says, yeah, YouTube announced this on Twitter this morning. The purge is not new, however. It's the first time YouTube have actually announced this.
Oh, what did they announce? Did they give figures?
I think she's on about, you know, the purge, what I'm talking about you'd notice a significant decline in subscribers and they're getting shut to the spam.
Oh, that, right.
But you see, this is what I'm talking about with the title of this stream, because when I was setting the live stream up, there was a blue banner came up and saying between the 13th and the 14th, you know, you'll notice a significant decline in supporters because we're getting shut of the spam.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's sort of what I was talking about, and that's the reason behind the title, because when I was setting the live stream up, that actually came on up in like a blue banner.
Mm.
You know, I mean, as for the, you know, moving the goalpost, same as we've said, that's just rumour and hearsay.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's until they sort of send you an email saying, you know, from such and such a date, you've got to have so many hours and so many.
Yes.
You know,
dogs outside of talking, you ain't got to join in.
You know, until I actually get the email from YouTube saying
Tess is joining in the conversation of two dogs outside.
Having a bit of a natter, are they, fella?
Yeah.
But yeah, until I get that email saying, you know, from such and such a date, you've got to have this many supporters and this many hours, it is only rumour and conjecture, let's just say. So I think a lot of it is because there's so much. I mean, you see it on Facebook. Advertising for so much you can get 1,000 supporters, so much you can get monetization. Oh, thank you. You know, if you're not earning your supporters and you're not earning your monetization by
take it easy, Ron.
You know, that is, it's just cheating in my respect. Mike and Sophie, I'll call you Sophie Family Vlogs, should I? But yeah, you know, if thank you, Bella. Thank you, baby.
Oh man. I saw it, Carl. I would come in.
Donation by Miss Bella on a budget.
Oh, bless you, Bella.
Yeah, Nick says I think it's people like James Cox will get it hard, but it's not just that. I mean, it's how can I put it? You've got one or two channels that are doing similar things.
I don't like. I can't get into him, Nick. I can't get into James Cox. I don't know why. I'm sure he's very good, and I'm sure he's got a lot of supporters, but I can't get into him.
Well, you see, the thing is that I mean, there is other channels, and like I'm not going to name the channel, but I saw it on my main page, and they've got about 170 watching.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And the fact of the matter is, there is them channels out there that are doing, you know, people are just going in to gain supporters.
Mm.
Hey, yeah, I know. I've already said hello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and somebody's trying to get it bin. So, baby.
Tucker. Wait. So.
It's all right. Ginger, I'll swing camera around. He's got his head. Yeah, look. I don't know what he thinks he's seen.
Oh God!
He's got his head buried in the pit.
Why, don't you?
Why? There ain't none in it. It's in there for a reason, Tucker. It's all right. It's just took an empty biscuit. You know what the treats what they have, and it's right on top of the bin, and it's an empty packet. And Chris says, I know why he's got his head in bin. He thinks there's some in it. I says it's in bin for a reason, because it's empty.
Spending money again.
No, he says he's spending my money again. Well, I've got this saying, Baz. What's mine's me own, and what's his is mine as well.
Yeah, that's why I got your card.
Yeah, make it rain.
Make it rain. I can rate this.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've all got to say, Bella made a £2 donation. So
Who was that one that was clapping all while?
Oh, I don't know. I forgot now.
That did my head in.
Yeah.
Us girl powers have to support each other, Baz. Get on power.
Well, this is it, and I think this is why this purge is coming, because it's as I say, getting rid of dead wood. You know, people that are, you know, I mean, I've seen it all too often. They support you, they say that they've supported you, but once they've got the support back, they unsub from you. You know what I mean? And I've seen it all too often. But you see that this is what Chris always says. Once I get notification that you've subbed to me, or I get an email saying that you've subbed to me, then I'll sub you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you know, you don't know that a person's subbed to you. Anybody can sit there and say, well, I've subbed you, I've subbed you, I've subbed you. Yeah, but when in essence, when they haven't, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, JDS Quads has changed his name. That was flying, yeah.
Flying monkey?
No, flying JDS, flying Canuck, I think it was. I mean, I noticed as soon as he came in. But
I subbed you on his.
But yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, they go into them sort of live streams just to gain support, But then once the live stream's finished and they've got the support, they go round unsubbing from them that they've said that they've subbed supposedly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. I'd rather have 167 true supporters than 1,000 dead ones. Absolutely, Nick.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, you know, it's the same as I said, and I'll keep saying it. If I got up tomorrow and I've only got one, you know, but I know by doing the coffee morning that I've got people that enjoy coming, enjoy my content, enjoy. You need to sing now. No, I don't need to sing.
And yeah, and I enjoy having you guys around because you're a great group of UK people that is always having a great laugh with each other.
Well, this is it. I like to think that people come here, they enjoy the coffee mornings. You know, this is Angel Mooney's JDS. JDS says, who is the gentleman?
Yeah, hey JDS, glad to see you and meet you.
But yeah, I mean, I like to think, I mean, like, people come here because they enjoy it, because they make friends, not just for the views, you know, for the support. Yeah, if you support each other while you're here, that's all well and good. But I like to think that people come back because they enjoy coming back. If you understand what I'm saying, I just don't want to sit here and talk a load of bull crap.
Oh no,
you know what I mean? And then, you know, people think, oh well, I'm not tuning into her no more because she's talking bull crap all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, we do get on some serious subject. We do have a laugh. You know what I mean? And that is the aim of the game. It's interacting, getting to know the people, making friends. And I'll keep going back to what Chopper's always said. We come here as strangers, but leave as friends.
yeah. Yeah, and I've made some real true friends. Real true friends.
But yeah, you know, I mean, and I agree with what Chopper said. You know, same as I say, this time last year, we'd not actually met up with you, had we, Bella?
No. I bet you wish you could rewind the clock.
JDS says it's your wonderful smile, Jeanette.
Thank you.
See you after.
See you.
But yeah, I mean, sorry I'm eating on live stream, but yeah, it's the fact that I am who I am. I'm not putting any airs and graces on. You know, take me or leave me. You know, I am who I am. I have got my health issues like everybody else. I don't harp on about it because I'm thankful I'm here.
Same as me. Exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah, and
So many people
the reason why I'm always coming back to you guys, even though there are some days I don't because I'm sleeping and such. But the reason I always come back is because it's always a great time being with you. And the day when I came on, where I was in my the angel wings and halo and Trump wig, that was like a hilarious moment that time.
Yeah.
Well, you see, the thing is, that's a personal quality of yours, Angel. You make people laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's you know, same as I've said, you meet people from all walks of life. Angel's in the USA. JDS is in, I think, in New Zealand. You know what I mean?
Talk to the angel ghost. Angel Mooney has gone into hiding.
Got the angel ghost now. But yeah, it's you know, it's a way of communicating with friends that you know you can't personally visit because they're either in the USA or they're in New Zealand or, you know, all different walks of life. You know what I mean?
He's cooking sausages. I can smell them.
Stop, dog.
Oh man.
He's probably got an audience as well, because I bet Tessa's watching him like, oh.
Yeah, he's just he's just shouting out, Tess, you're giving my house an headache.
It's like me. There's Benny on, you know, the leather poof thing I've got. Goes over near the telly. She says, I will have one then, Bella. Well, I've got cheese on toast. But nothing as extravagant as sausages. but yeah, you know, it's
I don't feel much like eating.
But you see, the thing is, you've got, even if you're not very well, Bella, you've got to eat something.
Oh yeah, I do eat something. I had some toast this morning.
Well, that's it, Cherry. She says we all have our own story. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely,
you know, and and when I say I appreciate people coming in, I do appreciate them, because it's our way of communicating with friends far and wide.
Yeah, and it's a big thing from a sarnie is a sandwich, Jerry. Sarnie's a sandwich.
Well, it's like an abbreviation or a sandwich, isn't it?
It is, brass monkeys out there. You are right.
Well, same as I said on my phone, it said -1.
Still -1.
Nick says he's tucking into a nice Ruby Murray.
Oh, that's early for a Ruby.
Early dinner.
Yeah, we'll say Terry Giggles he'll be asking what a Ruby Murray is next.
It's a bit early for a Ruby. I don't think I could have one this time of day.
Hi, WrestleMania. Yeah, if you were wondering, Terry, Ruby Murray is short for curry. Raz has put that's good, more for me then.
But you know, when I was younger, when I had like this limited edition condiment sauce that kind of looked like mustard but was more clear, I thought it was a snot burger because it looked like because it looked like boogers.
That put me off from very start.
Well, I'm serious, because when I was younger, there's been so many strange items, from condiments to snacks, and one of the strangest things was that condiment that looked like a mustard but was more clear, and it kind of resembled boogers, and that's why I thought it was a snap.
There's not many things I don't like. I don't like any sort of. I love fish, cod. I love cod, but I'm not keen. I'm not a fish person. I don't like oily fish, and I can't stand seafood. You know, prawns and mussels and all them things. I can't stand them.
I like a prawn cocktail. I like a prawn cocktail. Chris,
yeah,
I'm from to so
if you've been out since 6, yeah. Do you always get up that early, Nick?
And if you're wondering what Hank Marvin means, it means he's starving. I thought I'd just translate there. Another UKism, if you know what I mean. Chris has put, don't forget to change your pattern. But yeah, I mean, same as I say, I do like a prawn cocktail. I mean, I wouldn't eat them like in the natural form. I can only eat them in like a prawn cocktail.
Yeah, and I don't like all the things that wilks and cockles and mussels and
What were them all like? Can't think now. Cockles, I think.
oh no. No.
I haven't had them for years.
And I don't like gooseberries. Gooseberries make me cringe.
Oh, I know we're airy things.
I can't stand gooseberries.
Cherry Giggle says, what happened to proper English? Well, obviously we're not, you know, the posh English, if you know what I mean.
No, oysters, no. I don't like nothing, Cherry.
I tell you what makes me gag, you know, when they are eating oysters and they get them straight out at
And I go, ooh.
Yeah, I know. I'm sort of just gagging looking at that.
Snot in a soap dish. Horrible. I can't.
No, I must admit that's one thing that it makes me Eve just thinking about it. That's the best.
I think we all like. I don't like snails either. Escargot, I don't like that either. Ooh.
Well, I'll tell you something.
I love beetroot, but not crab sticks.
Chris has put it might taste better with HB brown sauce. I tell you what I don't like, and when I were in my teens, I went to France on like an exchange thing, and they eat olives. Like,
I love olives.
Oh, they look like eyeballs to me. You see, Nick's just put there for me. It's sausage, bacon, fried egg, mushrooms, baked beans, fried bread, and black pudding. Ugh.
Black pudding spoils it.
Yeah,
I like black pudding, but I don't eat it. But I don't eat it, but I don't mind the taste of it.
I mean, like kippers and things like that.
Oh no, I can't do kippers.
No. You know, I mean, just the smell of kippers.
Yeah, I know.
And
But I don't like herrings or mackerel or.
but you guys eat haggis. Well,
Scots.
I'm going to say they do in
Scots.
Scotland. We don't. No. And I wouldn't even entertain haggis.
No.
Knowing sort of what goes into it and. But yeah, they eat a lot of haggis in Scotland. Yeah, they do eat a lot of haggis in Scotland, but no, I won't even entertain it, to be quite honest with you.
No haggis. No. We have faggots.
Yeah, I like brains faggots.
Yeah, you can't say that word, Nick, because it might offend someone.
Why?
You've been all good in our house, then.
No, I mean, you can't use the word faggot, even though it's a meatball in the USA. Here in the UK, it's called a faggot, and you can't say that because it might offend someone.
Oh, God.
Offending somebody's a load of garbage.
Well, that's it. Same as I say.
Back in my day, if you're offended, just find some stuff for words.
You know what I mean?
They're just meatballs, that's all. Been out for years.
Same as I say, you know, it's getting to the stage now where you can't even, you know, you can't say anything because it might offend someone.
Can't say good morning in case you get offended.
You know, and this thing about happy holidays, and here in the UK we say Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Happy Christmas, always will do.
You know, and it's the same old adage. You know, you've
What
got
was that a few years ago when they said you couldn't hang a Christmas wreath outside your door?
I know, Kieran.
Who came up with that name?
I haven't got a clue. But I mean, you know, that might offend somebody, you know, spotted dick. But here in the UK, it's a dessert, it's a pudding, You know, it's a sponge pudding with currants and raisins in it.
It'll be a spotted whale part soon.
You know what I mean? With custard, Keith said. But yeah, you know, I mean, can you say spotted dick anymore? Because it might offend somebody.
Oh.
You know, it's the world's gone mad that you can't say. You can't say these things because it might offend somebody.
As Piers Morgan says, the world's gone nuts.
You know, I'm of this. If I offend somebody, then you know, I'm going to carry on saying baby and you know and spotted dick and faggots and you know what I mean. Because here in the UK, I mean, brains faggots, the meatballs. You know what I mean.
Mm.
You can't say it.
You know,
I don't have any form of sausage or breakfast, but I do have this container of yogurt in my refrigerator that I'm going to be having.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, look at these pair.
Yeah. What is it? Who can get on there first?
Yeah, it's all right. We're talking about Tucker's now joined Bennett on the leather poof thing. I mean, I can't say poof, can I? Buffet or whatever you want to call it.
It is. He's just made me a sarnie.
That's fine.
Yeah, Cherry Giggles says it just seems like we're going backwards with comments. This is it. I've got an audience. I'll
Oh.
What's a poof?
Oh, who's a poof? Oh, sugar. I've dropped camera. I nearly said other word then, but I thought, no, I better not. Might be politically incorrect.
See, Nick, we always call what we put the footstool there.
Yeah.
That's what we call our footstool.
Oh, Tess is eating by the thieving little git.
But it's what I've it's a leather footstool as
You Pixie.
you know. It's a leather footstool, but here in the UK we call them poofs.
No.
You know what I mean? But
I'm not cute. I'm a sexy man. I'm a hot dog.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's come to the point now where you can't say this, that, and the other. You know, you've got to. Yeah, Christmas is Christmas, and I hate that they're trying to change this. But I mean, I'm in my sort of mid to late 50s, you know, and it were always Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You know what I mean? And that's the way it's going to stay. I'm not going to be politically correct just because they saying that I can't say certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, same as you were saying earlier on. You know, I was brought up with Bar Black Sheep. You know what I mean? But now you're not allowed to say that. I was brought up with them nursery rhymes.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I'm of the age where that's what we sang.
Mm.
Have you eaten too much?
No.
You know, and it's
Bella's cold.
yeah. You know, and it's always been Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or, you know, and I'm too, as they say, too long in the tooth to start changing things and saying.
Oh, I'm not changing that, no.
But you know, I mean, all this furore
Absolutely, Jerry. Absolutely.
Yeah, all this furore about, it's sexist to sing "Baby It's Cold Outside."
How ridiculous!
You know what I mean? That is, you know, that is older than what I am.
Exactly.
And-
They reckon that the wording is like that. They were saying it come in and come in. It's cold. They reckon the man's enticing the woman into going into his house. I mean, I've never heard anything so ridiculous.
But yeah, same as I said, I'm at the age where, you know, there were nothing like this back in the day. You know, it's gone nuts at the moment.
I know.
You know, you can't do this, you can't say that.
It is stupid.
You know what I mean? And it is. It has gone crazy lately. I mean, I look at it this way. It's not just songs. I mean, these things happen in reality worldwide, no matter what country you're in. You know, you're still getting people that are taken advantage of because of the vulnerability. You know, Ian, he said, where's your eyebrows gone? I've sort of still got some remnants of my eyebrows, but they're a bit thin on the ground there, Ian. You know what I mean? It's these things still go on regardless of whether they're banning this song or they're banning this, you know. What about these feminists who say you must have your baby's permission to change? So how can a newborn baby give you permission to change the nappies?
Oh, that is the most ridiculous thing. Oh, for goodness sake.
I mean, this one goes back to the year dot. Babies are being born every day. You know, it's a mother's duty, let's just say, or a father's duty to change that baby's nappy so they're content, so they're happy.
Ridiculous.
You know, that is beyond stupid.
I know.
You know, how can a newborn baby give permission to have the nappy changed? Exactly. You should YouTube it and watch the interviews.
What interview's that, Jerry?
It's ridiculous. How can a newborn baby give permission for a parent to change the nappy? It's a parental duty or a parental responsibility to make sure your child is clean, happy and contented.
It's the world's gone crazy, Jeanette. It really has.
You know, I mean, it's. I mean, I saw an headline, and it said that a couple, I don't know where it was. I don't know. I think I don't know. A couple had the babies took away because they'd insisted on having an home birth and not going into hospital to have the children. And the state had deemed it that, you know, because they didn't want the birth in hospital, that they were going to take the children away from them. Now, to me, that's all wrong. That is a parent's decision. I mean, I had all my children in hospital only for the fact that I were more at risk. Now you do the responsible thing and you go in hospital to give birth.
Yeah.
But for somebody that's a young couple that are healthy, there's no risk factors involved. That is entirely down to the parents that they make not to have the children in hospital. And it does still go on. There is people, I mean, even here in the UK, there is couples deciding to have a home birth.
Yeah.
And they get advised, if it's too risky to have a home birth. Hi, Kate, how are you? If it's too risky to have an home birth, then you go in the hospital.
Yeah.
It was here on our morning shows, and they are on YouTube as well. But you know, I mean, it is. It's the world has gone crazy. You know, if yeah, well, you see there, Kate saying she's having a consultant-led birth because Kate's been advised to do that. Now, because if a person's healthy, there's no risk factors involved.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't they have that choice?
Yeah.
Say, if they want a home birth, you've got to think about it. A home birth is more relaxing than sitting in a hospital.
Yeah.
If you know, there's always a midwife, there's always somebody there keeping an eye on you, and if they think that something's going amiss, then they'll ring the hospital and get you into the hospital straight away. But at the end of the day, that is the parent's choice where they want to give birth, whether they want to give birth at home, whether they want to give birth, you know, let's just say in a teepee in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
You know what I mean? But that is the parent's choice. If there's no risk factors involved, then I don't see why they shouldn't be allowed to do that.
So what if they have they're walking about outside, let's say, and all of a
Oh God,
sudden,
Jerry.
what are they going to do?
They do that now, don't they? Oh.
But I mean, you think like as well in China and whatever, they out in the paddy fields and whatever, they give birth and the next day they're back out there.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's a natural thing to do. It's a natural thing to do for a lady to give birth. Now, for me, the less stress that's involved, the better. You want somebody to be comfortable in what they're doing.
Keith.
Okay, then, Keith. See you later.
See you, Keith.
But you know what I mean? It's you know, if a person feels more comfortable being at home, in their own surroundings, in their own comfort of their own home, then they shouldn't be sort of said, well, if you give birth at home, you're having your kids took away from you.
Ridiculous.
You know what I mean? But same as I say, for obvious reasons, because with all my children, I were high risk. So I did give birth in the hospital because I was advised to do so. But if I'd got the choice, you're more at home in your own home. And to me, it's stressful giving birth anyway.
See, with all these things, Jeanette, this is what gets on my nerves as well. They're paying so much attention to all this crap that the real badness and the real things they should be looking at, people are getting away with.
Yeah.
Because they're paying so much attention to the rubbish. Yeah,
I agree with you, Bella. I mean, it's like, you know, there's the shootings, there's the terrorists, you know, and then they're going on about, well, you can't say this and you can't say that. You know what I mean? To me, it's ridiculous. You know, concentrate on the more important things rather than saying we can't sing Baby It's Cold Outside or we can't say Merry Christmas or whatever.
Exactly. Concentrate on the real things, all this things that's come on about a paedophile has to be protected. You know, there's people out there that protect them. Why you got to protect them to Mum? Oh no, don't get me going.
Well, you know what? You know my views on that. I mean, if I had my way, Bella, they'd have the bits chopped off.
Yeah, I say that.
And that's putting it politely.
Yeah,
that's the politest way I could put it. If I, let's say, for instance, where we lived, if there was a known paedophile in my vicinity, you know, he'd get hung, drawn, and quartered, and have his bits chopped off.
Exactly.
You know, but that's, you know, so
they don't pay enough attention to what's important.
Yeah.
They pay too much attention to rubbish.
I mean, you've
yes, exactly, Cheery, exactly.
It's a case of now, well, there's a thing here in the UK, like, let's say if you meet a new partner, you can go to the police and have a police check on that partner to see if they've got like a violent or whatever background. Now, to me, the same should apply. Police should inform you if you've got any known paedophiles in the area.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you look at RSD and there's a lot of kids about. Now, a paedophile don't come with a sign saying I am a paedophile, do they?
Exactly.
They're like a normal person walking the streets. You don't know from one person to the next, is that person a sex offender? Is that person, you know, a paedophile? We should be informed if we've got them in our area so we can protect our children.
Yeah.
Kate says she's singing Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yes, how ridiculous.
You know what I mean? It's a case of you being a responsible parent again. You want to protect your children from these people. Yeah, I agree, Nick.
Yes, completely agree with you.
100%.
Completely agree with you, Nick.
We should concentrate on more important things like homelessness, people with cancer, starving kids. That's just the tip of yeah.
Absolutely, Nick.
Foxy song lyrics and adverts.
Spot on.
And I think people would 100%, you know, and it's like here in the UK, cancer treatment is a postcode lottery. You know, there's cancer patients dying every single day because they can't get the treatment that they deserve.
I know.
You know, and you know, it is rather than, you know, concentrating on, well, you can't say this and you can't say that. Go out and do what you're supposed to do, and what you're getting paid to do is and protect this country, or America, or New Zealand, or whatever, Australia. You're getting paid to protect, you know, the government, the presidents, the Queen, blah blah blah, you name it. They're getting paid to protect this country, or whatever country that you're living in. The government are paid to protect the country and the people that live in it, whether they're good, bad, or ugly. You know, and it's and then they're wondering why there's so many vigilantes out there, because they're doing the job that the government should be doing in the first place. You know what I mean? And you know, and going on to the topic of homelessness, there are thousands and thousands of people here in the UK that are sleeping in doorways that are homeless. Government's not concentrating on that.
No.
Which, you know, concentrate your efforts on something that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Concentrate your efforts on something that matters, instead of, as I put it, fannying about with political correctness.
I know.
You know, I was trying to think of an alternative way. I couldn't think of an.
These people, where did they pick this song from? I mean, have they heard Kings of Leon, My Sex Is on Fire? Have they heard that song?
Yeah.
And then they go and pick on something stupid, like, you know what I mean? How did they pick that song? It's so stupid.
I mean, it's like, same as you said, going back to the rap songs. They're talking about drugs and marijuana and weed and all this crap.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So why pick on that particular song?
ridiculous.
But it's sort of older than me or you. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You know, Cheery Giggle said it is sad. It is sad but true. And you know, it don't matter where you live in the world, you know, whether it's in England, whether it's in America, whether it's in Australia or wherever you live, this same problems are prevalent in each and every country.
We know, Nick.
Cheery Giggles says, I vote for you, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something, Cheery Giggles, and I've said this many, many times. I often wish I were fairy godmother and I got a magic wand. There'd be no racism, there'd be no, you know, I'd put the world to rights. You know, there'd be no war, there'd be no, you know, drama, let's say. If I could wave a magic wand, I'd do so in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'll vote for Jeanette. She'd do a better job than the one we got at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with what Kate says. It's like that is Santa a man or a woman? Equality.
Oh.
Santa is a man. Women weren't made to be and do what men do. Well, I tend to agree there. I mean, you know, us women were given the capacity to give birth, which men wasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, Cheery Giggle says, yeah, it's tits and ass in your face while they're rapping. I agree there. You know, I mean, they don't come down on them like a ton of bricks. And it's a case of women have the menstrual periods. Men don't have that. Women go through the menopause. Men don't have that.
We might have to ban that soon.
You know what I mean? There is certain things that women do that men can't. You know what I mean? and we were made that way for a reason. You know, I mean, I hate to say this, but when all's said and done, I think the women are the stronger sex because they can cope with the pain more. They can cope with it. You know,
I think their pain threshold is higher because of what we have to go through. And I think we are naturally born with higher pain thresholds.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Bella. No, I mean, you think that the thing us women go through, you know, atomically, I mean, men aren't built to cope with these things.
No.
Barry's in.
But you a little while ago or a little bit ago, you were discussed about homelessness and such. Well, apparently Sesame Street here in the U.S. is going to be introducing a new puppet character who is homeless.
Oh. Barry says, knock, knock, Carol O'Gram, while shepherds wash their socks by night or seated round the tub. A bar of Lifebuoy soap came round and they began to scrub.
Mm.
But you see, this is the thing. I mean, we're talking about political correctness, Barry, and baby, it's cold outside. Instead of the government concentrating on homelessness and cancer care and whatever, you know, they say, no, you can't say this and you can't say that, you know, and it's all wrong. You know, the government and how, I mean, I know we're talking politics again, but how Theresa May survived this vote of no confidence, I don't know.
I'm sending you a photo. Oh my God, what am I going to get now?
You know, it's instead of concentrating on what I call the minor things,
I know.
You know, you should be concentrating on the major things, same as Nick says, homelessness, cancer, you know, and everything else.
Exactly.
It's world's gone mad. Quite literally. Yeah, Kate's only just realised that Angel's on the panel.
Very likely I'm sending you I wonder what that photo is. I'll get me phone in a minute.
But you know, I mean, like what Angel said, they're creating a character that is homeless. You know, it's what's happening in the real world. It's Nick's put bar multicoloured sheep. Have you? When it don't sound right, does it? You know, it don't sound saying.
In suitcases.
What's this saying here?
A load of suitcases. Let me going away.
But yeah, I mean, it's us ranting on about political correctness. You know what I mean? We like to think we can put the world to rights, but when all said and done, you know, and they say that we've got to trust in the government. Why would you trust the government? It's giving everybody that sense of, well, why should I go out and vote? You know.
I know. It's cold outside, ain't it?
But you know, I mean, we're going on about this, but you can't say that now because it's sexist.
I don't think I would vote again. At the moment, I don't think I'd vote again.
But it don't give you the confidence to go out and vote, though, does it?
No, I don't believe in any of it. I don't trust any of them, and I just don't think I'd vote again.
I mean, my views on that, Bella, is, as I've always said, they'll piss in the same pot.
Yes, Nick, thank you.
Just Nick. Did you read what I put?
Yes.
You'll have to read Equinox's comment, Angel.
You know it causes when you trip over the dog shit instead of stepping in it.
It says, it's cold outside when you trip over it instead of stepping in it.
Oh man.
But that is Nick's sense of humour. But it is, you've got to lighten the mood because it's, you know, it's a case of however Theresa May has got away with this vote of no confidence and they haven't sort of toppled her, I don't know. I saw that, Bella. They were Christmas decorations for the train. All I could think of was your suitcase. The thing is, Barry, I've had a cup and it's got a penguin on it, so I got Bella's cup before I had the latte.
Oh, the decorations! I thought they were actual cases. Yeah. Same as. I couldn't have put it more eloquently, Cheery. She says, same shit, different smell. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's same as I say, that's what what I always say. They all piss in the same pot when it comes to government and whatever. You know what I mean? I've said now, if my mum was always a Tory, she died 26 years ago, but she was always a Tory. I always say now, if she came back and saw the state of the Tory party, honestly,
yeah,
I think she'd have a fit. And I said, and the fella she used to call a little loudmouth nobody with more money and sense is actually now the president of the United States. She'd have a fit.
I mean, the thing I've always said as well, Bella, is this country is in that much deep shit that it don't matter what party gets into office, they never in a lifetime gonna sort the shit out what the country's got into.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care what party it is, whether it's raving loony party or whatever.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? They can't sort the country out because this crap has been going on for that many years, and they've got further and further and further into the crap that no matter what party takes office, they're not going to be able to sort it out. You know what I mean?
I think on a serious note, Barry, I think it's the food. I think they changed all the dog food by law and took a lot of the calcium and salt and things out of the dog food. I think that's the reason. I don't know for sure, but I think so.
Well, we do get onto some subjects talking about white dogs. You know what I mean? It's same as I say. I mean, I'm not anti-royals, but you're getting the Queen, you're getting Prince Harry, Prince William, and everybody getting paid millions and millions of pounds, but that money is coming out of the workers' pockets.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But what do? They don't go out and change light bulbs, or they don't go out and sweep the streets or whatever.
Exactly.
They just sit there getting paid for doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and this is why our country in the UK is in such deep shit, because we're paying the royal family millions and millions of pounds for doing nothing.
And it's all cocked up altogether.
Yeah, I agree with Kate. The amount of homeless people going to food banks, and they're left with bugger all to bring up families, so it's leading to crime. Barry says, I'll do their job for half what they do it for. But this is what I'm saying. You think of the millions and millions of pounds that the taxpayer, such as myself and everybody else that works and whatever, they're paying the royal family millions to do bugger all. Mm-hmm. Now you've got the NHS service, the shorter nurses, the shorter doctors. You've got the police force. You're cutting down numbers in the police force. So more often than not, when you report a crime, they don't even bother coming out. They just give a crime number and say, "Well, claim off your insurance."
Yeah.
You know, you've got the fire brigade. They're cutting numbers down there. They're cutting numbers of the army. You know, the army, the navy. I mean, my point of view is, if somebody were to declare war on the UK, we'd be up shit creek without a paddle. Mm. You know, there's no troops to defend the country. There's no police to police the country. There's no firemen to put out the fires, and nobody to look after you if you're injured.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
So why not sort of say, well, this year, Queen, you're only getting whatever, and Prince Harry, you're only getting this, and plough it back into NHS service. It says, now come on, Jeanette.
Oh, no, I see what you put.
I was sort of being a little bit polite there, Barry. But yeah, you know, I mean, what we're paying them to do? Nothing, basically. Paying them millions and millions of pounds just from to sit there looking pretty.
What's that, love?
You know, and enabling them to get private healthcare, go private, so they don't have to share a ward. I'd love to see Queen sitting in hospital in a corridor on a bed, waiting to get a bed.
Exactly.
You know,
Right, you know, Jeanette, I've got some shopping coming. It's only a little top up.
Yeah.
We've been going 2 hours, haven't we? Yeah. So
yeah.
I'll see you. I'll be in touch by the end of the day anyway.
Okay. You'll go and get some rest, and I hope you feel better soon.
Oh, it's just a cold. Bye, everyone.
See you later, Bella. So yeah, it does. It gets me so angry as well, Kate. You know, you're getting these footballers that are paid all this amount a week. Yeah, they kick a football about, but you know what I mean. It's gone beyond a joke. You mean you've got the Queen, you've got all these footballers earning, I don't know, £250,000 a week, when the normal person is working for, I don't know what the minimum wage is now, £7.80, whatever, £7.80 an hour. You know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, they are taking off the poor, and I totally agree with you there. You know, it's you've got people in poverty, and like today it's freezing cold. You've got the elderly, you've got the people that, you know, are struggling, that won't put the heating on because they can't afford to do it. So what's my views on the universal credit? Well, that's to be decided yet, Kate, because as you know, Pixie's finished work to become my full-time carer. When he first decided to finish work, we was told that it didn't affect us. Now, actually, when he finished work and went to sign on, as they say, oh, you've got to sign up for universal credit. But the thing is that they only pay you once a month. They've told us that we not get paid as first payment until the 22nd of December, which is 3 days before Christmas. And basically, my benefits have been transferred over to Chris's. So you're going longer without, you know, you can only... We see this as the thing, Kate. I mean, at the time we didn't know. So we went down to the job centre and we actually did it online at the job centre. So basically, you know, basically what benefits I'm getting have all been transferred over to Chris, obviously. But we depend on the payments in between to sort of get us through until he used to get his wages. So, you know, it's, I've sort of not got an opinion of it at the moment, but yeah, for one, you know, you go down 1 week and say, well, this universal credit don't affect you, to going back a few weeks later saying, well, you know, they've just started this universal credit, blah, blah, blah. You've got to... Yeah. I CCTV user. But what you see, we thought we wasn't in a universal credit area, because some, as I say, when Chris put his notice in and everything at work, he went down and says, oh, well, this universal credit don't affect you. But then when he actually did finish work, to be told that you've got to fill all these forms in, blah, 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 because it's all now universal credit. Hi, Crimson, how are you? But yeah, I mean, you know, it's, did they update YouTube chat? I think they did, because I've been going into chats and it says, you know, think about what you're saying or whatever. Some of this thing keeps coming up. I mean, I've not actually seen it on here, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. Make sure that what you're saying is within the YouTube guidelines, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But there's also this thing about, you know, I got when I was setting the live stream up this morning, you know, between the 13th and 14th, you'll notice a rapid decline in your subscribers. They're getting shut of the spammers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, same as Chris was saying the other day. You imagine if that's a single person, right? And this universal credit, basically, you've got to weigh it. I don't know whether it's 5 or whatever weigh it. That other person is solely reliant on himself or herself. And like us, we're a couple, you know, we've sort of got some leeway because it doesn't affect my pips. I still get my pips. So we do have some form of income to manage on until it's all sorted. Well, it is all sorted out, but they're saying they not get paid until the 22nd. So I've got to get a tissue. Sorry about this, guys. As you can see, I'm itching my nose out. I feel like a sneeze is coming on. But yeah, I do agree that it has caused a lot of problems. We see the thing is as well, when we signed up to this universal credit, obviously Chris did his bit, but I also have to make a joint claim, right? So I put all my information in, told them I were on employment support and everything, that I hadn't worked for 18 years because of my issues with my arthritis and everything. So you fill all the forms in, right, that's you done. So then a few days later, you're supposed to go down to, they make you an appointment to verify your identity, right? So we go to the appointment to verify my his identities. Chris were okay because he got a driving license. He ain't got his passport or anything, but he got his driving license. Now, the fact of the matter is, I ain't got a passport, I ain't got a driving license. So they suggested I go to the bank because they made us separate appointments. Mine was 2 hours later than what Chris's was. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there, Barry. And it's making people wait longer for the benefits. I mean, it's like me as well. I used to get tax credits. It's only a small amount, but it were there as a backdrop till you get your main benefits. Now even that stopped now. So anyway, so because I couldn't I'd got my bank card. It's got my picture on it, got my name on it. But that still weren't enough. So because my appointment was 2 hours after Chris's, they said to me, well, there's a bank just up road. Go up to the bank, print off all, you know, your bank statements. So goes up there, goes into the bank. 13 pages later, 3 months bank statement. You know, we've been advised to do this. Goes back to the job centre. Hands everything over with my bank card. I've got this letter, a utility bill with me blah, blah, blah. The lady that spoke to my husband advised me to go up to the bank, get bank statements, blah, blah, blah. Oh, can't take that. It's not a form of identity unless you're having the main money paid into your account, which you can't do because Chris had been the one to, to claim it. And obviously it's going into his bank account. So that were a load of crap in first place.
Hey, Crimson.
So right. So we sits there. So she says, well, we have got a way around it. She says, we apply wherever it is on computer to send us some questions, but it'll take about 10 minutes. Go and sit over there and wait while these questions come through. Sits there. 10 minutes later, she shouts me back over, asked me all questions. I answered them and everything. Right. That's verified your identity and everything. So she says, it's saying here, you've got to come to see a work advisor. And I went, work advisor? I haven't worked for 18 years because of my disabilities. Well, we've not got proof that you're on unemployment support allowance, blah, blah, blah. So you've got to come and see this work advisor about advising you about going back to work. And I went, you're joking me, aren't you? I says, we've been down once. This is the second time we've been down, and you're expecting me to come back tomorrow, a third time, to see somebody about coming back to work when there's no way on this earth I can go out to work. Yeah, I'm not in the support group. I'm in the contributions based. But you see, the thing is, the right hand didn't know what left hand were doing, and they hadn't got proof that I was on employment support allowance. So I went, right, if I've got to do it, I've got to do it. I'll have to come back tomorrow. So, right, fair enough. Made me an appointment for the following day at about 2 p.m. And when I got up the next morning, I got an email. Your employment support status has come through. You've no need to attend this appointment because it's been cancelled. So, and I went, I were only coming anyway. So to validate this universal credit thing. I mean, I sat there on the rant saying, well, look, I'm nearly 60. I'm riddled with arthritis. I've got a bad back. Who on this earth will employ me? I can't sit down for long. Can't stand for long. Now, what job do you think I can do? Tell me. And that were my, I had, and she went, oh, well, I totally agree with you. I'm not saying this, that, and other, but because you haven't been verified this employment support allowance, you've still got to come for this interview. Yeah, it's stupid, that is, Barry. I mean, I know of a similar situation. I know somebody that had got like a partial amputation just above the knee. And because she'd got a prosthetic leg, she was classed as she were able to work. And she hadn't got no leg bit, below the knee. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Same as I say, and because I said to the lady, I says, I know I'm on employment support allowance. The DWP know I'm on employment support allowance. They know I can't physically get work. So why are they saying I've got to go and see a works advisor to get me back to work? I says it's going to cost me money to get back down here. I can't physically do it. I can't keep going backwards and forwards to the job centre because it's not sort of right on doorstep. It's right in town. But same as I say, I got an email that morning. Oh, it's come through. Your appointment's been cancelled. You don't have to attend anymore. Thought, well, you know, and it's madness. All this just to prove who you are. You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, I haven't worked for 18 years. So don't you think, I mean, Bella and myself have had this conversation many, many times. I'd love to be able to go out to work. I'd love to be able to go out and earn a living. But the fact of the matter is, I can't. I'm not physically capable of going to work. And I've worked all my life and paid into the system for 40 odd years. You know, and you've got to jump through hoops and whatever to get back what you're entitled to. Yeah, she was here, Steve. She said she was expecting some shopping, so she had to go.
Well, I wouldn't mind if you came on there, Crimson, and I could bug you. You know, Crimson, you're like another one of my favorite people, because early on we were talking about the purge that YouTube's done and is doing to channels about like removing spam and the deactivated channels and such. And we were discussing about the friendship, and you're like another one of my favorite friends there, Crimson. But hey, at least I can always have my crystal ball look over you. I see in your future, Crimson is kissing an angel.
Yeah, I mean, Equinox has put some real horror stories out there with benefit checks. One bloke had to prove his. How can you prove that your legs aren't grown back? If they take your leg off, they take your leg off, and they're not going to grow miraculously back, are they? Yeah, totally agree with you there, Nick. You know, no. He's still missing his legs. Yeah, you know, when it's madness. I mean, it's like people have the legs and whatever amputated. So the hospital provides you with prosthetics to better your quality of life. So you're not being wheeled about in a wheelchair. But that is, you know, they saying because if you've got a leg, albeit a prosthetic or a false one, you know, you're capable of work because you've got a leg, albeit a false one. So it's the world's gone mad at the moment. So, well, what I'm going to do, guys, even though I've still got 10 in, I'm going to shut it down. I've been going on to above 2 hours, and I'll see everyone Monday morning, health prevailing. So thank you for Angel coming on the panel.
Yeah, no problem. It's always great being with you, and I usually try not to interrupt too much because you are a great person with conversation. But y'all have a great weekend there, Jeanette, and Chris has one as well. And happy 18th anniversary to the both of you.
Thank you. And I want to thank Bella for coming on the panel and everybody for being in the chat. Yeah. And I will see everyone. Oh, sorry about that, Carolyn. I'm just shutting it down. I've been going for 2 hours, so I do apologise. Thank everyone for being here. And I'll see everyone Monday morning if my health allows it. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.